This is Radio Nepal. I am Dila Prasai with the news, the headlines first. House of Representatives hold ministry-wise deliberations on the various headings of appropriation bill. Communication Minister Rekha Sharma stresses development of information and technology for country's economic prosperity. Government appoints Dr. Vaikunta Aryal as Chief Secretary, and tens of thousands of people evacuated in India and Pakistan as powerful cyclone nears for landfall. Now the news in detail. The House of Representatives have begun ministry-wise deliberations on the various headings of the Appropriation Bill 2023. Deliberations under the headings concerning the Ministry of Forests and Environment, Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizens, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports were held yesterday. Lawmakers drew the government's attention towards rising incidences of exploitation and violence against women. They demanded the government ensure the effective implementation of laws aiming to control the violence against women. Similarly, lawmakers demanded provisions supporting safe environment for women and senior citizens at home and proper remunerations and pensions for players. They also pressed for more priority to training and infrastructure development in sports and the ranking of athletes to boost up their morale. Meanwhile, lawmakers Narayan Prasad Acharya, Prem Sawal, Bhagwati Chaudhary and Surya Prasad Thakal presented proposals to slash expenditure under the topics related to 4 ministries in the appropriations bill. Earlier, lawmakers in the House of Representatives demanded the government present its positions on the EPC report. They also called on the government to clarify its stance on Nepal's foreign policy and the map kept in the India's Parliament building. The lawmakers suggested the government send a diplomatic note regarding the map unveiled in the Indian Parliament where Nepali territories are included. They also demanded the government address the citizenship issue and irregularities in the Pashupati Nath temple. Minister for Communication and Information Technology Rekha Sharma has stressed the need for development of information and technology for the country's economic prosperity. Addressing a program organized in Dang yesterday, Minister Sharma shared that the government had a target to expand Internet to the headquarters of all the municipalities across the country within 2023. The Communication Minister also said the expansion and the development of the Internet and technology would help mitigate gender inequality. The government of Nepal has appointed Dr. Vaikunta Aryal as the Chief Secretary. A meeting of the Council of Ministers appointed Secretary at the Council of Ministers Dr. Aryal as the Chief Secretary. Earlier, Dr. Aryal served as the Secretary at the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology and Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supply. The Cabinet meeting also approved the resignation of outgoing Chief Secretary Shankar Das Bairagi. The government has appointed Bairagi as the advisor to the National Security Council. Hari Krishna Karki, who has been proposed to be appointed as the Chief Justice, presented his action plan in a meeting of the Parliamentary Hearing Committee yesterday. Karki, currently serving as the acting Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, said if he was appointed, the Chief Justice's primary responsibilities would be to provide fair, prompt and quality services based on the Constitution, laws and principles of the judiciary. The program scheduled for yesterday to question him and receive his replies has been rescheduled for 8 a.m. on Friday. The Kathmandu Valley Crime Investigation Office has arrested 8 people, including television artist Marichman Shrestha, popularly known as Balchi Dhurbe, on the charge of their involvement in online betting. According to Office Chief and Senior Superintendent of Police Dr. Manoj Kumar Kisi, others apprehended in this connection are Raju Paudel, Pawan Khatiwada, Elish Rai, Jwalan Khartimagar, Ganesh Debkota, Saroj Khimiri and Begum Nepali. As police said, they were charged for advertising online betting through YouTube channels. This year's monsoon has entered the country. According to the Weather Forecasting Division at the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology, the monsoon generally remains active in Nepal since June 13. However, this year it entered one day later. Meteorologist Raju Pradhananga shared the monsoon has reached the Koshi, Eastern Madhya, most of the areas of Bagmati and Eastern Territory of Gandaki province. According to him, the monsoon will gradually remain active in other areas in some days. You're listening to Radio Nepal 8 AM English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. Gusty winds and heavy rains are lashing parts of northwest India and southern Pakistan ahead of a fierce cyclone's landfall. Authorities say more than 170,000 people have been evacuated so far. Forecasters have warned that cyclone Biparjoy could destroy homes and crops in its path. The cyclone is set to hit the Jakhalpot between Mandavi in Gujarat and Keti Bandar in Pakistan's Sindh province. The Indian Meteorological Department says the cyclone is expected to make landfall around 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m., warning that the process could last until midnight. Likewise, Pakistan's Climate Change Minister Sherry Rehman say Cyclone Biparjoy is expected to make landfall after midnight. The BBC quoted Alok Pandey, the official in charge of relief operations in Gujarat, as saying the cyclone's intensity had reduced but that wind speeds were still expected to be at very dangerous levels. At least 15 people have died after a very serious road accident in Canadian province of Manitoba, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police RCMP said. The crash was between a semi-trailer truck and a bus carrying mostly elderly people. Police said the collision happened on the Trans-Canada Highway near Carberry, 2 hours west of Winnipeg. Emergency crews and air ambulances have responded to the crash. According to BBC, emergency vehicles, including an air ambulance and 12 ambulances, were dispatched to the scene at 11:43 local time on Thursday. Most of the seniors aboard the heavy transit vehicle were from Dauphin, Manitoba and the surrounding areas. Now, the general weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting Division says the weather is likely to be partly to generally cloudy in Karnali province along with the hilly regions of the country. It will be partly cloudy to mainly fair in the rest of the country. Light to moderate rain with thunder and lightning is likely to occur at some places of Koshi province and hilly regions of Bagmati province and Gandaki province, and at 1 or 2 places of Madhya province and hilly regions of rest of the country. Kathmandu's weather report now. Maximum temperature of 30.8 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 18.8 degrees Celsius. With this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin, but before we wrap up the headlines once again. House of Representatives holds ministry-wide deliberations on the various headings of appropriation bill. Communication Minister Rekha Sharma stresses development of information and technology for country's economic prosperity. Government appoints Dr. Vaikunta Ryal as Chief Secretary, and tens of thousands of people evacuated in India and Pakistan as powerful cyclone nears for landfall. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English News edition is at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.np for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe, and have a good day.